In today's video, we will be discussing Sharia standard number 3, which deals with the issue of a procrastinating debtor. We will cover the Sharia rulings, first regarding the default in payment by a debtor, then regarding the contractors and guarantors, and finally for the non-material punishments and the general rulings. This standard addresses cases where a debtor who is solvent delays in fulfilling their obligations. It covers not only individual debtors, but also guarantors and contractors who may be late with their payments or obligations. It's important to note that this standard does not apply to debtors who are insolvent or have a valid Sharia-compliant reason for delaying payment. So let's begin. The section 1 is related to default in payment by a debtor. Let's start with the core ruling. Default in payment by a debtor who is capable of paying is considered haram or prohibited. For example, if someone has taken out a loan or purchased something on credit and they have the means to pay it back but choose to delay, this behavior is not permissible in Islamic finance. However, the Sharia prohibits any financial compensation or penalty for such delays. This includes penalties for loss of income or changes in currency value. In short, creditors cannot impose additional financial penalties on the debtor for being late. But the creditor does have some protections. For instance, if the debtor defaults, the creditor can take legal action to recover any costs associated with pursuing the debt. They can also request the sale of any assets that were put as collateral. For example, if a car was given as collateral, the creditor could request to sell the car to recover the debt. Additionally, if the debtor continues to delay, the creditor may require all remaining payments to become due immediately, especially after notifying the debtor. Now let's talk about contractors and guarantors. The standard permits penalty clauses in contracts for construction or supply, such as Istisna'a contracts. If the contractor delays the project, they become liable for penalties. For example, if a contractor is late in completing a building, the client may impose a penalty as per the contract, and the contractor is obliged to pay it. Now regarding the non-material punishments and the general rulings. So, in addition to financial measures, Islamic financial institutions can impose non-material punishments on procrastinating debtors. This might include placing the debtor's name on a blacklist and sharing this information with other companies. Such measures serve as a warning to other companies and encourage the debtor to settle their obligations promptly. What about the general rulings? First, the institution has the right to monitor and investigate the financial status and activities of a defaulting debtor. For example, the institution might review the debtor's financial statements or inquire about their assets to ensure that the debtor isn't hiding their ability to pay. Next, if a debtor who is in default offers to pay more than the amount of the debt, the institution is allowed to accept this excess payment. However, this is only permitted if there was no prior agreement, whether written, verbal, or customary, that the debtor will pay extra. Another important provision is that the institution can recoup the amount due from any other accounts the debtor holds with them. This can be done without needing further consent from the debtor, but it must be in the same currency as the debt. If the currency is different, the prevailing exchange rate at the time of the transaction should be used. For example, if a debtor has a savings account in the same bank where they owe a loan, the bank can automatically transfer funds from that account to pay off the debt. In summary, AAOIFI Sharia standard number 3 not only addresses the ethical handling of procrastinating debtors, but also provides clear guidelines to protect both debtors and creditors. The emphasis on fairness, transparency, and ethical conduct is at the heart of these provisions, helping to uphold the integrity of Islamic finance. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you for the next one, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.